Hey, hola everybody. This is Diana. I wanted to get on here and do I wanted to get on here and do another tutorial in concerns with rhinestone lettering and fonts and using that in Cricut Design Space. So, as you all know, there's no real way where we can actually create a rhinestone template inside of Design Space. It's just we have not found a way to do that. I still have not found a way to do that. But there is a way that you can actually type in Rhinestone and actually do it inside of Design Cricut Space. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. So just two quick shout outs to the people that allow me to post these tutorials on their groups, which is Charmaine Galloway. She's over and her team, they're over Brown Girls Cricket or Black Girls Cricket. It's one of those names. And then also Lisa O'Neill and their team over there at Cricut Expression to help. Those two groups allow me to, when I do my tutorials, they allow me to share because it's all about sharing. I don't want to have this wealth and not share it with people as I get it. So, so basically what I was able to find out is that they have these things called typable fonts. And so you find these fonts, they're typable fonts. You find them on like font.com and things like that. Those are those fonts. So when I went on to research for rhinestone typable fonts, I was able to find them. They're actually called in the simplest form, they're bead fonts, but the people that have created these typable fonts, they call them rhinestone typable fonts. So just let's get to this real quick and then I'll show you how to do it, and then you all can have fun in making and creating your own words actually in Design Space by using these fonts. So I went on to Etsy.com and I was able to find a couple of people that do the rhinestone typable fonts. So typable fonts are the actual files that you install onto your computer, and then those become a part of your font library. So they have two types. They have OTF, which is called Open Type Font File, Open Type File, and then they have a TTF, which is called True Type File. And so what I was able to do was to find those, and those type files are typable, so you can type them and then those fonts will be on your system, on your computer, and then you're good to go. So I went to a couple of places on Etsy. One of them was called Rhinestone Ocean. Another one was called My File Addiction. She always has great stuff. And then it was another one, I forgot the name of it, something about hot fixes. I don't remember. I have to tell y'all later. But anyway, those are just two of them. But if you go to Etsy, or even if you go to maybe Pinterest, or even if you go on Google, type rhinestone typable fonts, and then you'll find plenty of people that have done it. But these are the people that I trust their files, and so those are what I downloaded. So just to give you a quick showing of what I did, I've already downloaded these onto my computer, so I'm not going to do it again, but I just wanted to show you all what they look like. So when you go on to Etsy and you download this file, these files come in what they call if you all know, they call them a zip file. So when I go into my fonts, I'll go to my downloads and you'll be able to see it. So going into my downloads, as you can see, I'll show it. They come into these zip files. And so what you have to do is once you download it, you click on it. And in my computer, I can go here and click extract. And then when I click extract, it'll give me the option to extract all on the highlighted file. So on here, it's called, this is Rhinestone Ocean. They gave me these files that I bought from, but this is Rhinestone Art 1 and 2. Then I also had this is a script font. It's not a typable font, but they do come in an SVG file, which you can use to add in there, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. And then I also had, here, maybe I can find it here. Here it is. So you have art file, you have a script file, I have the SAN typable font file, and then I had another one that I had. I had another one that I got also. MFA. That's it. The MFA script. That's the one that I bought from My Files Addiction. So that's what MFA stands for. So what I did was I extracted those files, And when you extract them, this is what they come out to look like. They come out to look like this. And so as you see, and also what the Rhinestone Ocean and my File Addiction did is they gave you size charts. So I'll open up one so that you can see it, because when you do this inside of Design Space, you have to have the right font size and height size to make sure that the circles are the correct size to go in, the stones could go in there pretty good. And so with each file that I purchased, they gave me this size chart to show me how I need to do it. And these PDF files, these two are from my File Addiction. So she showed me how to install it, and then she showed me the size of it as well. So this is what it looks like. You have an open type, and then you have a true type. I'll open up one of them so that you can see. They're the same thing. I don't know what the difference between the two is. I don't know if true what it is, but I'll open it up so that you can see what it is. Because when you open it up, you'll be able to see what the font size looks like. You'll be able to see what the lettering looks like. You'll see if it includes numbers and symbols or not as well, because all of these typable fonts don't include the lettering and the don't include the letters, numbers, and symbols. Some of them just include letters. Some of them just include letters and numbers. Some of them might just have symbols. It's just according to what it is. So I'm having a hard time doing this. It won't open for me, and so I don't want to waste time. So here I am. So what I did going back here is I saved it. I opened them. And I was trying to show you what it looked like, but I guess I can show you on whatchamacallit. I don't know why this won't open though. Come on, open. I'll try one more time. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, this is the open type, okay? And what you're seeing right now is you're seeing the number, you see the letters right here. This is what the letters look like. And this one actually has numbers, so this is what the numbers will look like. I don't know why it's doing, because usually if it does it, that means it's not going to do the lettering, but it actually does, because you see it right here. So you will have the letter, on this one you will have the letters and the numbers, but you won't have symbols. So see, you see that right there? You don't have the symbols at all. So it'll just be the letters and the numbers for that font, just so you can see what it looks like. So you would click install, it'll install it for you. All right, so getting out of that. So going into Design Space, which I have here, and I was playing with some stuff earlier. So what we're going to do is we're just going to type. I'll type glory. Well, I'll type the word word. Okay, so here's your word right here. The word word. And so what I want to do is I want to go into my fonts right here. And I want to go into system fonts. And then I know what you don't have to do this. You can scroll down if you want to, but for time's sake, I'm just going to type RSO. Okay, let's see. As you can see, here is the RSO, which is the Rhinestone Ocean ones that I chose. So I'm just going to click this one so you can see it. So, and this one has the letters and the numbers, okay? So I'll just click that one. And there you have it. You have the word, and you have it in the Rhinestone template, the typable font. This is the Rhinestone font. So what you have to do now is you need to go in, and so this is size A1, A2, A1 and 2. So what I want to do is I want to go in here and find the chart for it. So this is the chart that I need. And what this chart is going to tell me what size that I need my stuff to be to make so that it'll cut in that right file, and so that way I'll have what I need to have, right? So with this one, and the ones that I bought, they give you this size chart. So it shows you the name of the font, and then it shows you the stone size, the the font size, and it shows you the height that you need it to be. So for SS6, you need 90. For SS10, you need to be 135 font points, the point size, and then 1.28 in the height. And then SS16 is 180 and 1.7 inches. So I want this one, the SS10. That's the one I want. So I'm going to make this 135. I'm going to make the font size 135. And then if you can see it, the height of it is kind of close, but it's not what it needs to be. So in that case, I'm going to go back to my notepad and see it needs to be 1.28. So that's what I'm going to change it to. And there you have it. So this size right here is supposed to be the correct size that you need to actually make a rhinestone template. So now from here, just like what I used to do in Sure Cuts a Lot, I will just add my box because I want to see what it will look like as a template, right? So a board, a rhinestone board, or whatever you use. So I will use my square. Okay, here's my square. I'll move it over and I'll unlock it because I wanted to cover my word. So I can either keep this one and then join the word, join my two layers together, this one and this one, or I could have brought the word in the front and then did it. So the next thing I want to do is I want to slice it. And so when you slice it, you're going to see the slice cuts. So this is the actual result of it. So I have this word right here. I'll get rid of that. I don't need that one. And then this word right here, I want to get rid of that. And so there is your final result right here. It is this one. So I'll change the color so that you can actually see what it look like when you click make it. And so if I wanted this to be that template for that word, this is what it would look like. Okay. So I have not played with it to make it bigger or smaller to see if I did that would it make a difference as far as the stones, but I go by what they're telling me to do because I want it to be that way, and so far it has worked. It hasn't been an issue. So let's just say, or you can also do this to and I'll just delete this. So let's just say I want to do faux rhinestones, which is what you use to do the holographic vinyl. You know, people do that. They use faux vinyl, faux rhinestones that have the look of vinyl, but it's not vinyl. It's actually the holographic. It's not the look of rhinestone, but it's not actually rhinestone. It's the holographic vinyl, which I know we've seen a couple of artists on the groups and on the pages that have done it so beautifully. So, but with this, you have a little more leeway. And I'll type another word as well. I'll use my glory one. So with this one, you have a little more leeway because you don't have to. And so right now, what I have it in is what they told me to have it in as far as my size that I need for this font and for but it's a sliced one, so you don't see it because I've already sliced it out, so it's not the word. But this is what the font was supposed to be in order for me to cut it, and the circles would be the right size for SS10 stone. But when you're doing faux rhinestones, you can make it a little bigger, and it won't hurt you because it's not an actual rhinestone, right? It's a faux rhinestone, so you can play with it a little more, you can actually get away with maybe making it a little bigger, no problem, because rhinestones are bigger, you know. So you can play with it a little more without having to have the exact dimension that they say, because you're not really doing a SS stone, you know, you're just doing it as a fold stone. So you have the option to play with that. So, and you also I was doing one with and I'll show you that real quick. Let me hide this one. All right. So I'm gonna type another word real quick. I'll just type Leah. Okay, so which is a good thing, because in here the word, since I had it left open on that rhinestone thing, a rhinestone font, it actually typed it for me. So that's another good thing that you can have. But with this one, I want to do a script font. So let me go see what kind of script I got right here. Okay, so here is the one of the script fonts for my RSO, because I don't know where the other one went. Oh, the MFA one. The MFA one don't look like it came out the right way. Oh, so it did, but that's not what I want to do. I want to use a simple one. I don't want to use that one. I want to use a simple one. Let me use this one. And this is just the regular script one, the B one that I have. So, all right. So if I go into this file, it's going to tell me what I need to make it the right one. So I need to make this 182. So let's make this 182. And then the 1.8 is the height that I need. 1.87, I think. All right, so there you have it. Now, with this, you could do it like that, but because it is a script, you want to bring your words a little bit closer together, because you want to make them seem like they're kind of joined, okay? But at the same time, you don't want to keep them too close together, for the simple fact that when you're making your stones, rhinestone template, you don't want it too close, because you want to make sure each individual circle counts. Because if you put them too close together, then you end up having a mess, to the point where the stones, when it's time for the template to be cut, it might cut two circles in one. You'll have a joint circle instead of having two individual circles, okay? So you could do it like this, and then just to be safe, you can weld it together just to be safe, so it'll be safe. So that's the word live, and that looks okay. I don't have no, but you can't, and unfortunately in this, because it's a font, you can't break apart the circles. You can't have individual circles. You can have individual letters, but you cannot have individual circles on this one, because it is an actual typable font. Now, if you did it the way that I had showed you before, where you had the you made it into a rhinestone font, you made it into a rhinestone template or whatever, or object, you made it into a rhinestone, then you could break them away, because when you export it and then import it into Design Space, you can now contour and take the circles away and things like that. But for this, when it's a typable font, you can't do that. You can only do it by letter. You cannot do it by circle. So it has its gives and its goes, but for the most part, this is just another shortcut to show you what you can do, as far as finding another way to make it easy for you to actually type something inside of this Design Space that is an actual rhinestone typable font. So that's all I got, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and show you all what to do and things like that. I might do a little smaller video so that you can see what the result is, because I am going to go ahead and cut this one out just so that I can play with it and see what it does. So when I do, I'll definitely get on here and show you what it does and let you see what my final result is, and see if if we can do that or not. Okay, so all right, you all be safe, be cool out here. We know what time and the day and time that we're living in, but that don't let that stop you from being the creative beings that you are. Keep creating, go for what you're doing, be great at what you're doing, because you are all wonderful and beautiful and great as always. So that's all I got. I'm gonna link this up to my own page on YouTube. Put a little bling on it, so you're free to subscribe to it or whatever. I hope you do, but you're free to subscribe to it. I'll put more little videos out as when I see something better or easier that I can do, I'm going to share the wealth, because we are better together. I believe that it's enough creativity and money and things out there for everybody to get a piece of the pie. I don't need the whole pie. I want to share. All right. So y'all be blessed, be safe, and remember, keep crafting and be great at who you are. Happy crafting, y'all. Bye.